Hey guys, if you like this, please like and subscribe so you can follow along as we react to more videos, and you can follow us along as we rank the best album of each year of our lives. And with that,
Alright, let's start the show.
okay, what's up guys? We're checking out today the Ghost Inside Split. We got a lyric video here. I previously checked out Wash It Away by them. I commented that they really added a new element for them with the clean vocals and kind of a more mainstream music sound. But I thought that they did it really well, and so I'm excited to see what the rest of this album sounds like. So let's see if they continue with that direction or if they kind of go back to their older hardcore stuff. Let's check it out. Oh, that's a cool guitar riff. Okay. Back to the heavy. That's a cool visual. Yeah, that's more the old school Ghost Inside. I like it. It's a vicious cycle. Got me spinning in a downward spiral. Vicious cycle. Inescapable paranoia. On every side. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty intense there. Both musically and lyrically. This is kind of par for the course with a lot of their lyrics. Being overwhelmed by things, stuff like that. They typically are really good about adding in a hopeful message in with it. We'll see if they do that here, but for right now, they're just kind of dealing with, I guess, the demons inside of all of us. I'm loving that lead riff right there. I could be wrong, but I don't think in their older stuff they did a whole lot of leads like that, especially. And I love that. That kind of stuff just adds so much texture, especially to when you're talking about like a heavier song. It adds that melody and just kind of atmosphere to it instead of just having the chugging riffs going, which, I love the chugging riffs, but I love having the heaviness with the melody along with it too. So I love that. Keep that up. This is a classic Ghost Inside chorus. One thing I love about them, I typically don't listen to bands that are 99% screaming. And, like I mentioned before, they don't do a lot of clean vocals. But even though they're screaming the whole time, they still have very strong, memorable choruses that make you want to, in this case, scream along with them. And they've always had that. And that's why, screaming is an acquired taste. I don't think anybody starts off listening to that. And so a lot of times people will say, oh, I don't mind those screaming bands, but they have to have some singing in it. So when they hear Old Ghost Inside, they're saying, they might think that they wouldn't like it, but then you start to realize that their choruses are written like singing choruses, not like screaming choruses. So even though it's screaming, it becomes catchy. Like, they have good choruses. Like, this is already starting to sink down into my brain, and I feel like probably the next time I listen to it, I'd be able to sing along with it. which is not the case for most screaming bands. And that's why I feel like a lot of people can't get into bands that just scream the whole time, because people want to be able to sing along. And most choruses for screaming only, it's a lot harder to get that into your head, but they have very strong choruses. And so I've always liked that about them, and I think really sets them apart from other screaming bands. Something new here.
I feel my sanity split. I'm fucking losing it.
Woo. It's not a great Ghost Inside song without having a good call out into a breakdown, so always happy to hear that.
Another crack in the ice under my feet. Another cloud in the sky. In the shadow of an unseen enemy, I feel my sanity split. I'm losing it.
I'll get to the song overall in a second. I think I kind of gave my thoughts as it went on. Trying to piece together this visualizer. So it's a maze inside someone's head. I don't really get it with as far as the split part of it, as far as that being like a main theme of the song. But what I got from it was not so much feeling lost, as far as, you know, that would seem a typical aspect of a maze, but I felt like it was more an image of not knowing where to go. You know, he's feeling a threat on every side, paranoia, all this stuff, and not knowing where to go to get some help or to get anything better. So I don't know if that's what they were going for. That's what I kind of take it as. Please feel free to let me know if you have a different take on it. I just think it's such strong imagery that I would love to know the thoughts behind it, but that's just kind of the first thing that jumps to mind. You know, maybe there might be something even deeper than that. I don't know. But yeah, overall the song's great. It is much more of a traditional Ghost Inside song than Wash It Away. Well, there goes my light. We'll fix that later. Wash It Away, like I said, was kind of a change up, went into like, you know, kind of a more mainstream Breaking Benjamin type rock. This is just straight up, could be on any previous Ghost Inside album, but, you know, still done very well. Great chorus, as I mentioned, even for screaming. The chug-a-chug was great. And they even had a nice little a lead guitar with some effects on it, which always adds great atmosphere to it. So I really enjoyed it. Adding it to my playlist right now. Yeah, I will always be checking out Ghost Inside. So if you want to see more, like and subscribe. See you next time.